We find ourselves in the glorious city of Raptoria yet again. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Surviving the Aftermath. The nuclear winter update is here, and winter is a-coming. It's good to see you all back for this fantastic game as we kind of check out what's new. We've got all of our survivalists out here trying to bring back supplies and basically RTB so they can get healed up and such. And, of course, we have scouts and other people still exploring the lands and also bringing back good things like medical equipment here. We'll have her come on back, too, since she's got... actually, wait a minute. A little more scouting. She's nearly dead. We better bring her on back so we can get her healed up for the return into the wilderness. It's good to see you all here. Thank you very much for smashing that subscribe button and hanging out with me as we continue on with our wonderful series. I appreciate you all subbing and just being awesome as usual. So thanks for being here. Game is really, really cool. And I'm really happy to be able to showcase all of what's new before we see a nuclear winter. All right, we have ourselves a burner here with a lot of wood coming in very shortly, too. We have ourselves a logging camp down here, which will produce wood. And that will, of course, give our burner a little bit of a chance. Ah, we are on the air. Looks like we have ourselves a radio tower quest. We've seen those before. We'll go out and do that. That's new as of the previous update, so a more newer thing that you may not have seen. And we're also going to continue on gathering plastics and metals here at the Recycler and Scavenger, and also complete our first year of farming. More specialists are ready on the main map. Definitely some busy work in this game, keeping everybody in town working, and also keeping everybody in the main overworld working. Oh, wow. What a great find. Yet another location to do research. Let's go get that done. Speaking of research, are we researching anything? Not at the moment. We better get cracking on that. It's a flaw of mine. I always forget to check into that, but we should always do that. All right, the farms are unlocked. We should probably also unlock something else for homes. So let's go maybe with, oh, I don't know. Something like maybe something to increase quality of tents. Wait, actually, that would increase the quality of the emergency shelter. Durability increase. Or nurses for the medical tents. You know what? That's always useful. Let's do medical first. And then we'll work on comfort. We'll focus on emergency such first. And it looks like our campsite is getting full too, so we're going to also have to put down some more warehouses, which I believe we can do. Let's go ahead and put a warehouse then down by our storage area, our large industrial area. And that'll store tools and clothing for everybody. And that way more space can be freed up for things like the stockpile and the warehouse on either side of town. Ah, she's back to the city. I see. Let's get her to go out on that quest and see if we can find that radio tower. And where could that be? Right down here. Not too far, but she can get it done. All right. Things are going really well in the town. Wow, they're clearing out a crazy amount of wood for this. Actually, let's go down to just one person here. They're clearing out an insane amount of lumber for firewood. Let's try to put somebody down here. Looks like someone's irradiated. Let's get somebody on the medical tent. That's a good charade. And let's bring everybody back to camp for healing who needs it. Bring our doctor over here. We'll call him doctor. I guess maybe he has some sort of a science degree. And let's get ourselves some more supplies. Keep on scouting. Wow, he's got quite a lot of stuff on him, so let's bring him back then. Wow, he's got, yes, an insane amount of supplies, actually. So let's go ahead and have everybody who can RTB as soon as possible. It looks like our good friend returns home. Fantastic. Our good friend Wheeler returns with a lot of good stuff, I'm sure. And indeed he does. Look at all that stuff being piled up. Good. Very good. Theory turned into practice. Research is complete. Let's then go for medical training to make those medical huts more effective. These medical tents are very effective and will be even more effective now. I say we should build another one, maybe closer to the burner, just in case, since people will be in there. Kind of strange to build it near the pollution, but we'll have to make do with what we got at the moment. All right, looks like a van has approached. Dan, the mystery van man, is here. Let's go ahead and pay him with, let's go with metal. And we receive 3 carrots in return. Not a great trade, but it'll give us a little bit more food, I suppose. Which is okay until we're fully self-sufficient. We're still working on that until we find some more water in order to build a fishing hut. So we'll have to explore the city a bit more. And we'll have to get that medical tent built too. Build ourselves a roadway. There we go. And let's clear out this way a little bit more of a road here. Let's build a road. There we go. Kind of strange building a road on the old road, isn't it? But it'll look fine. There we go. A large area. Maybe we can remove the road in the middle and put decorations or something. Alright, let's take a look at our people. Oh, the doc has been able to scavenge up a ton of resources. Ton of medical. And also science resources too, as well as a few parts. What does he have here? Ammunition. Interesting. Let's stop there and see what we can do. And we'll have everybody else return to base. And you can continue with our quest. Let's follow the group. Alright. Save the trap group members. Alright, we'll continue to do that then. And it looks like yet another person has returned home. And we'll be ready to take on the medical tent shortly. Alright, the next big order of business for us is to get more people in the town. This is one thing that always slows us down in this game. We need to make sure that we get another medical tent so that way we can fill all the jobs. That's what slows us down, is enough jobs but not enough people to do them. So people immigrating to the town is great. We want more helping hands to help us to survive the winters. And fallouts and droughts and other things. And we'll build better homes once we've researched them. Looks like we did finish research again. Speaking of better homes, we could start working on shanties and tenements, which would be a great improvement for our people. We'll go with the tents first, and then we'll start upgrading some of the older stuff. Looks like Wheeler's ready to go again. Head back out to that world map, my man. And let's get you working on this. Attack with the group. Lead the attack or sneak past the bear. Oh, there's a giant bear. Well, luckily Wheeler's a scavenger, so let's do that. Wow, lots of good stuff brought up. Ooh, we actually have winter clothing now. That's another thing that was brought up on the briefing too that we saw on the main screen that we just haven't had a chance yet to create ourselves. Very cool. And now Wheeler's going back home to turn all that stuff in. Fantastic. Let's see. This is our scout here. Jin is a scout. We'll have to find a fighter then to deal with some of these bandits nearby. If we clear out the bandit camps, of course, we get more supply to bring home. But let's send our scout there then to check what's down there. And the doc can go grab ammo, iodine pills, plastic, and more iodine pills. Of course, this is a level 2 threat, so probably not as valuable. And we're not as desperate yet to go there. So we can hold off just a smidge longer. But I don't think you should go any longer without saying hello down below in that comment section, by the way. And join us like these fine folks did. If you're new here, again, welcome aboard. I hope you're having a great day. And if not, I hope this video makes it much better. We have ourselves 2 adults and 2 children to join us. And, of course, the children will eventually grow up. Oh, looks like there's actually a intruder in this group. Luckily, our brave defenders of our gate are defending against the intruders. 4 colonists are now adults. Fantastic. Well, let's go ahead and slow things down a minute. We've got a little bit to organize now that we've got more workers here. So let's go ahead and get working on that trapper. Oh, we should get the trapper researched. We're already researching something else. The trapper would be great to create more food. Now we've got a lot more hungry mouths to feed. Take a look at water. Water's maxed out. So, what should we have our people do now? Medical tent could be doubled down on now, since we have a few people injured. That's temporary. Got a great area to store things. Well, we got to research bigger farms, I think, to produce more food. Speaking of food, let's build that cookhouse finally. That's one thing we should do. And that'll make good use of our little lumber mill there, our little logging camp that creates firewood. So let's create a road that goes all the way up here, which there is there. Oh, Colonist Finley died of old age. Well, let's get some F's down below in that comment section, too. Goodbye, Finley. You were loved. Let's see. A water tower, rather. Huh. Ooh, I wonder if that affects the crops. Huh. I wonder if that's actually a thing. Curious to know. Let's put it there and see if it actually affects the crops in any way. That'll be needed for the cookhouse to be able to boil things and whatnot. And we have somebody working at the burial pits, so they'll be put to use very shortly. And I think everything else is going well. Okay, let's get everyone else back on task. She's still healing, so we'll stand by until she's ready to go. Wheeler apparently is in the colony, but has materials on him. I don't know what to think about that. Let's have him return to the colony just to make sure he drops that off. And everyone else is coming back, I guess. Actually, I think she was going to scout. Is there a way to undo? I guess if you make a misclick like that, then there's no way to undo, which is okay. She's a scout, so she can move further. But I'm a little nervous about losing our people, so I definitely don't want that to happen. Alright, somebody's injured and they're being worked on right away by our doctors. And we should probably move our gathering station for berries right there. Now what we're doing is we're reassigning the work zones so that way all of the workers who are free can work on some of these jobs, such as gathering berries or concrete and lumber, which will then allow us to build our colony even bigger with all the supplies. Right now our biggest need is actually planks. And we do have somebody coming back with those. But we could build ourselves a lumber yard now to construct those planks. But you know what? Even more important than that would be a forester. So we're going to build ourselves probably a small Subaru dealership here. So that way the Subaru can be then brought to the forest. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There we go. All right, let's put down the forester. Yes, so the forester allows them to regrow trees in the forest. And we'll keep the population up there. I like to keep these wood buildings pretty much together, and it does knock down some trees, but there's some pretty good land around here that we'll be able to regrow. So we'll probably end up keeping this as our industrial area, and then everyone can go cut down trees and grow trees there. And then, of course, this land will just kind of have to be vacant, but that's okay. And we'll have to make sure we gather more meat. Oh, food actually is increasing a little bit, mostly because we were bringing back people with supplies. What about a little bit of decoration? We don't really have much in terms of supplies at the moment. We could put this in the middle of the town, though. I think that'd look nice here. Let's put that there. And torches require a few little more important materials, but we'll see about that later. Okay, the burner still has 10 firewood and storage, but more importantly, we got to get some of these other buildings up. So wood needs to return to the camp ASAP. Let's make it so that way the lumber yard is our first top priority, and then things like the forester, although people are coming back with supply. Namely, this guy with 70 wood. So that'll be shortly here, and it shouldn't take too long to build some of these buildings. Some of these buildings actually, let's see here, only take, like 20. So it's really not that much. 20 plus 14, we can build those two buildings. Plus, actually, I think every building that we're trying to build will probably be constructed shortly. Specialist ready to go again? Well, speaking of the devil, come on back. All right, Scout, let's send you out again. And the doctor bringing back some shotgun shells. Grab some iodine pills now. And we'll have him move off if and when needed. All right, specialists are coming back. Now, we can have a total of 10. I love how they list them at the top. Gray if they're out on the main world map. Black if they don't exist or if they've died, which we haven't lost any yet. And then colored if they happen to be back at the camp healing or resting or whatnot. So we can send our man out. And I believe this is our fighter, yes? Cool. Oh, a strange child is spotted near the colony. Among the debris. Take the child in. Don't throw the child out. Absolutely not. This is Raptoria. We are going to take care of this child. Raise them as our own. Give them a shelter and teach them the virtue of hard work and community in order to build a strong and solid foundation for our future. That's the right thing to do. Okay, let's have these two work together. We're going to have our fighter and scavenger work together. This is a good idea because once the fighter has cleared the area, the scavenger then can go in and find whatever's been unlocked and start working on it. Oh, my goodness, I always need to remember that research. I always forget, but eventually I do remember. What would be important now would be the ability to clear the lands. So let's see. I want to be able to get rid of some of this toxicity. Hazmat engineers would be a good thing, but that requires electricity. So that is right here under wind power. So let's focus on inventory and then wind power 1. And we'll try to get some wind power going. Luckily, we have a few components and quite a few parts. So hopefully that'll shortly give us what we need. And there we go. Buildings are being constructed. Fantastic. With a few people free and ready to work. Which I would say let's shut down both of these medical centers to just one basic employee. And then we'll get everyone else working on some other things. Our man is ready to go back to work. Fantastic. Alright. It's very nice that you can actually get them to do things around the camp. Alright, let's go scouting for new materials. Have her go take on some bandits. Oh, she needs one more turn to do so. And our good man there can move down to the south. Scout to the west. And the doctor is still gathering iodine pills. Very slowly. He'll probably have to return after that. He's been out quite some time. And so now that he's been out for a while, he can come on back for a little R&R and drop off anything that he's found just like anybody else. Oh, pollution's still rampant over there. All right, we have ourselves a lumberyard. Man, we got to cut down trees, baby trees. Forester building, very important. We're going to give this one more employees. We got to grow those trees for both lumber, planks, and firewood. We got to make planks and firewood. Eventually, we can create a sawmill that's automated. In other words, it will actually be a circular saw that can be powered by electricity. And that'll make it much more productive. Let's go ahead and cut down some trees over here instead. Just for now. We do need to get those supplies going. It looks like our people need to move their work area for the plastic. And so we're going to have to go scout out where there is some plastic. Interesting. We'll have to have a scout come back in order to do that. Let's shut this business down for now. And those two can be free to work on pretty much just gathering random materials from the world map. Let's go check on our specialists. Ready to go. All right, let's take them out. Nice. Knock them out the park. Ah, good. Ooh, 31 metal. All right, gather that. Let's go to the next bandit lair. Now, I believe bandit lairs are different than bandit hideouts, or what is known now as a nomad camp. If you clear that, this will reveal stuff on the map, as where they, if they're like a little hideout, like this, for example, they sometimes are sitting on top of resources. So, like, for example, here it's a museum, so if we clear them from there, that's research that we can use nearby the camp, so we don't have to go very far to get it. Speaking of which, there's some science there. Let's see if she can do anything for that. She's not as fast as the scientist, but she should be able to do some work in gathering some of that science points. Oh, we're almost up to 1,000. Peek here. Ah, lots of wood. Let's go for that. And the components. Much more important than anything else. Okay, everybody's either out of turn or busy. Well, nuclear winter is coming soon, and that's the big thing that we're getting ready for now in this game. It could come at any moment. We haven't experienced it before, so we should expect the unexpected and be prepared for anything, really, that could lead up to the giant winter that we'll experience shortly. Now, luckily, we've put all of our houses that are around this area, too, so they should be able to stay relatively warm. And perhaps if we build the tenement buildings now, it says must be heated during winter. So maybe they're easier to heat, something along those lines. So we'll see shortly. Actually, hopefully we don't see it all, but we know we will encounter that at some point. Alright, the doctor has gathered iodine pills. He's got quite a bit of materials on him. Oh, let's stop over here at this component thing on the way back home to Raptoria. And let's grab that planks of wood, more components. Great, so now we should be able to focus on our wind technology, which will require metal and parts is what I was thinking of. So let's go ahead and focus on that now. So wind power. Let's see. I think we'll go with wind power. And then eventually we'll research solar, and they can work in tandem. But we will need at least one electrical producer in order to produce that, or rather get the environmental stations to clear all this land of pollution so we can actually use it and put it to very good use. Food seems to be holding steady. Water's good. There should be larger water tanks that we can store. How is this water here doing? Seems to only be affecting this building then. Okay. So you don't need to water the crops or anything. We do have a water collector that can work. I wonder if that actually would work at the river. It might actually work at the river if we find a good spot for it. It could fit. Maybe not this river, but maybe another. Looks like Colonist Hannah was injured. We'll get Hannah back to work here shortly. Great. And we'll have the doc go continue its journey and continue to gather these parts. Alright. Does a very good job of cleaning out these camps. Okay, everybody's ready to go. Now, we have to get a specialist back to our camp eventually to explore these lands. I don't think we can build out here in the mist, and it could be dangerous. We might lose a lot of people if there's animals out there that threaten the camp. Oh, there we go. Finally a lake here. So we'll go over this way next time. There's more trees. We can do fishing, and we might be able to also use some of that land for farming, too, if we clear it out. And continue to regrow over here, too, with the foresters, which are doing a fantastic job of regrowing those trees. Of course, we might have to explore a lot of that area for them to actually use it. We'll see. All right, 4 free people here in the camp. Oh, good. Now we have somebody making meals. We want to make sure they're making mixed meals now. So now we should be able to combine the corn, the potatoes, the trap food, and then berries and any other things that we found in the wild in our camp. All right, looks like Wheeler's on his way back with 31 metal, so we'll have Wheeler also clear out some of the land. Doc's on the way. We'll grab these components here and clear out that camp. Oh, she can attack again. Ah, I didn't realize that. I actually remember that now from our previous playthroughs that these specialists now might have multiple turns if they're attacking. I'd forgotten all about that. That'll be a good lesson then for the future to make sure that we use all the turns to the fullest. I was kind of going off previous playthroughs. At this point, I've played this game, oh boy, probably 10 different cities that we built, so it's kind of hard to keep track of them all with all the crazy amount of updates that they've had. And it's definitely a welcome sight with all the things that there are to do in the game and all the updates that they brought to make it more enjoyable. All right, well, now we got to get Wheeler back to the city so we can get that area cleared on the western side. We need to find more plastic, which we do have plenty of, but we still need more. And we also need to find a good place to put more farms. A meteor shower. All right, these will cause a big amount of damage to the city if we get a direct hit, and luckily we will. But we do need to have carriers on hand in order to do repairs. So the camp is likely to be hit by a few meteorites. Buildings will be damaged. Maybe we'll lose a building or two. But we should be okay, I think. All right, Wheeler, come on back. Looks like the research is done. Let's grab some more ammunition. Have the doctor grab some components. Continue to gather. And continue to gather. Great. Welcome back, Wheeler. Welcome home. Let's get you to set foot out on the right side of our camp. And look at that area they can explore. Ooh, a big area of supplies here. Now, there could be giant cockroaches and other things like that, so we need to be on the lookout for those. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready to build ourselves a fishing camp. So we'll put a fishing dock over here. Have to build a long road to go out there. We'll also try to build ourselves a water collector over here. And let's put another water storage out here too, just to kind of blend in with that. Nice. All right, those will get constructed. Low priority, but eventually they'll get constructed, giving a few more jobs to our people. And we'll build a road out there after it's done. All right, where's Wheeler? So it's as far south as our people can go. Wow, look at all that pollution up there. My goodness. Ah, a lot of large metal scrap there. No plastic yet, though. Plastic will be a problem for us. Oh, survivors at the gate left. We did have a few more. I was too busy leading our man around. But that's a good thing to keep eye on those. Usually that's one thing that I miss is survivors at the gate, or if we have a research complete and I need to go to the next one. That is okay, though. We don't really have any shelter for them at the moment. I think we're actually out of room. We're pretty close to it. Let's go for energy storage now. Let's try to build our first electrical power source. Oh, yes. We also need to build transformers, a robot in disguise. So we need to build transformers now. And what the transformers will do is they'll actually provide power around a building, just like how the water tower works. All right, let's see what buildings get hammered. Oh, and let's see what the camp looks like, too, being hit by... Oh, sweet. So you can actually see the camp now is affected by a meteor shower. Really cool. So now you can see it actually taking place. Oh, that's really neat. Oh, buildings are going to be very damaged. Oh, and a fire, too. Now, I don't know what we can do about a fire. Well, there's a small group at the gate. I guess these people returned. Hey, how you doing? Take them and alert the medic. Absolutely. Welcome aboard. Well, it looks like those folks came back. They saw the meteorites and thought there'd be some places for replacements, but I guess not. Oh, darn. The cookhouse got taken out. Well, that's okay. We've got plenty of food. Look at that, 321. So I guess the cook can take the day the day off while we rebuild. All right, Wheeler, let's get you back to the world map here. All right, well, good. Those settlers came right back now. All right, let's see where else we should go. So, Wheeler, let's... oh, boy. Well, we could use the concrete, to be honest. Let's see. Iodine pills would be a good thing to have on our Fallout day. Let's go risk it. Components. Let's send both of these guys to go get some more bricks. Since we're low on those. We're still low on wood and now concrete bricks. We certainly didn't need that at the start, but now suddenly we do. So let's get everybody to go gather concrete at the new concrete site. I think actually there was some up here, wasn't there? Yeah, quite a bit up there, actually. There's also metal scrap there too, so we should be able to assign the scrapper to work there at this building. Oh, and actually this wasn't a pile of cars. This was a pile of plastic, which we don't necessarily need as urgently, but we may as well gather all of it. And we'll gather it as quickly as possible. If we build this a little too far away from the road, we can always add decorations. Decorations are always great for adding some flair to the city and increasing happiness. Alright, energy storage has now been complete. Let's go for, let's see, quality capacitors, which increases durability of battery rack. So now we can store power through the night, but the power thingy will have to be produced. We got to get that environmental building researched. Let's do that. Once the batteries, the higher quality batteries are researched, we'll start our environment center here. We'll build a battery rack. Actually will be quite impressive when people come into the city. The first thing they'll see is electricity and statues, meaning that we've got things in order. We might not, but that's what they'll see. I wonder if we can put two people on these same thing here. No, okay. Well, let's go scout then with Wheeler. Okay, he's out of turns. Let's scout real quick. A metal nearby. And it looks like another observatory. And we'll have to have the doc get out of here soon. He's only got a few more things to gather. Okay. Alright, so the next thing then is that environmental center. Convoy ahoy! Let's go search for the convoy. We'll have to get some free scouts to go do that. Some free scavengers. Or specialists, as the game calls them. Oh boy. I hope we have a lot of firewood saved up. Actually, oh yeah, 157 in total. I think we still want more. You never know. Alright, research complete. Let's now go for that environmental station, which is under here, hazmat engineering. Let's go for centralized repairs. That way if we get hit by any sort of major storms again, we can repair. And then we can start taking care of our new lands by cleaning them up. Ooh, that's too dangerous there. Let's stand by here. We'll head back to camp again. Looks like he scavenged everything. Fantastic. Well, we'll have Wheeler head to this part up here. She's working. He's got 26. Wow, he's got a lot of stuff. Come on back to camp. And you too. Come on back now. Well, we've got over 1,000 research. That's fantastic. Even though we've given ourselves the advantage for the purpose of a quick playthrough to see exactly what's new and how it functions, this game still offers a lot of unique challenges and makes you think a little bit before you make your moves. It's always a good idea to make sure you've kind of thought out what you're going to do next before you do it. Lumberyard could definitely use power saws next. Although I believe that means we'll have to build a transformer nearby. More adults means more workers. Great. We can build a school to increase their quality of work here very shortly. That'll take quite a bit of materials, though, in terms of planks and concrete, which we don't necessarily have at the moment. So let's have Wheeler go to the convoy. You finish up. You return to base. There we go. Got to bring back all those components now since we're building electrical outlets and such. We're missing a few components, so shortly we should have those in place. So we'll build our first wind turbine there. And our battery rack. Let's build some more wind turbines behind. Although, this won't have to be constructed just yet, so we'll pause that. But it'll be a good placeholder. We'll get the 2 started. Gorgeous. Alright. Nuclear winter's coming. We'll have to prepare for it. Every day, we get one step closer to winter. And I don't know if there's a way to actually track what month we're in. We have day 22 and the hour in which day we're on. But of course, some things I want to be a surprise. I did briefly read the updates for the game, but of course I don't really want to know everything. It's always fun to discover some of that stuff. But it is on the main menu plain as day, so there's no question about what's new. However, I like a little bit of a challenge. I live dangerously. I don't read my receipt. Nor do I use I don't read my end user license agreement. I'm a madman. Okay, this lady here is returning to base with those 26 components, which sometimes I call capacitors. Capacitors, whatever you may call it. Alright, next research was complete again. Let's go with that hazmat engineering and finally get this area here clear. Now, once that's complete, we still need to have that battery completed. So that's our next big construction project. And then, once we have more concrete being brought in, which we have a little bit, we're then going to have to start focusing on building some large tenement buildings. And that'll allow our people to have even better housing. We'll get rid of the tents and step up to tenements. Alright, she got some good iodine pills there. And there's some metal there. Not too important, though. We have yet to find some vehicles in this game, too, but wait, I bet there'll be one here. Not quite yet, but we found our first other neighbor that we can trade with, Chemville, which will then buy and sell things related to chemicals. Or, for example, if they specialize in chemicals, then they'll bring more money for food, for example. Alright, convoy. Attack the convoy, repair the vehicle for free. Let's do that. Let's do a good deed. 20 medical, 50 food, and 20 happiness from that. Nice. Of course, we're going to do good deeds. We're Raptoria. We do kind deeds done dirt cheap, which was basically free. I don't think you can get any more free than free. Unless I pay you and I repair your car. That means I'm just being scammed. But I'd still do it. Okay, how are we doing? 2 people in the medical bay. Let's get rid of 1 again. So we have 5 carriers around, people repairing and doing odd jobs in the meantime. And we gotta have some more people gathering berries. 235. Food is starting to dwindle again. Oh yeah, we gotta change that back from veggie meal to mixed meal. And more food can be created. Fantastic. And it looks like power production is here. Storage is going. Hazmat engineering is almost done. Everybody's being healed up. Turn to the world map. Wheeler has some stuff from that previous visit. Our scout can grab some of that meat there. Bring that back shortly. Wheeler dropped off what he had. Weird lights in the sky. Send a party focusing on security or investigation. Ah, we got 7 stuff from a Ferris wheel. They're attacked by a group of bandits dressed as clowns. Lol. Well, we got the parts regardless. Alright, what's the issue here? Battery rack. I wonder what that symbol means. It could be because they're not close to something. Maybe there needs to be a transformer. Device which allows transferring energy from one place to another. Distribute energy within their area. Oh, okay. Wait, would that be what they do here? Oh, I see. So it'll transfer it to the... what is exactly here? Oh, this is the blank area for the campsite. Okay, so transformers need to transfer from the power source to the storage, and then from the storage to the building. That's a little different than how I remember. However, the good news is since we built it down here, we can use it to power the power saw when we get that upgrade. So that's good. So we'll focus on the power saw upgrade next then, so we can increase our plank production. We are going to need that if we're going to start building some big homes. So that's good. That'll work out. And we need to get rid of this pollution here, so let's build a thing here and then an environmental station in this area. I'll try to build that back this way. Maybe like that. Cool. Alright, and this will be ready for the sawmill, so we'll do that next. So that should be within, hopefully within range of the lumber yard, and anything else that'll get automated via industrialization with electricity. So let's go with power saws. Great. And then maybe craftsmanship will require electricity. It doesn't look like it does, but good news is we got power ready to go. And we'll resume construction of this as well, with plenty of materials. We are continuing to prepare for the nuclear winter. The nuclear fallout may come at any time. The nuclear winter may come at any time. Getting exciting to see what's going to come down the line for us. Let's see here. Oh, Wheeler can't gather anything else from there. Too bad we can't, like, go back and raise a building permanently. Wait, actually, is there science there he can gather? Okay, let's go do that. Everybody else is working. So you can be going to the world map. And that is our fighter. And she can go north. We'll clear out some of these camps then. Find out what's there. And Wheeler will send you to grab some of that oil down there. And she's still working. Alright, well, what lies in store for us in the next episode? We don't know, but we do have a much better situation now. More workers, more food, more water, more electricity, more research complete, and more to come in our next episode. You guys are fantastic, so I hope you've enjoyed so far. And I can't wait to see you next time. Have a fantastic afternoon, good evening, and good night, and we'll see you all soon. Goodbye, everybody.